Yo, what's up guys, it's Shady here, and today we're here with our week 2 battle of the UPBA. This week we're going up against JP Westside and his Arkansas Razorwinds, I think it is. I know it's the Razorwinds. I think it's Arkansas. I'm not too sure about that. Sorry if I have a lot less energy, kind of annoyed right now because of what just something that just went down. And I'm also pretty tired, and yeah, this battle is already very late, so I'm just gonna try to get this out as soon as possible. A couple of notes. This battle happened pretty long ago. I mean, obviously it's late, so it's gonna be even longer behind. So I do not remember these turns too well. I tried to rewatch it, but some of my thought process was kind of lost when we were recording, or not when we were recording, just recording in general, because I played so long ago. So the commentary may be a little lackluster, and I'm also stuttering a lot, as you can tell. So sorry for a little bit of a lackluster commentary, but nonetheless, we'll quickly go over our teams, because I doubt I'll put them on screen. I need to get these battles out as soon as possible. So my team is Zero Aura, Infernape, Tangrowth, Donphan, Mega Aggron, Aromatisse, Gastrodon, Golbat, Dusk Noir, Kyurem, and Alakazam, with Z, Infernape, and Dusk Noir. And JB is carrying, I don't know, the dock is unloading for me, so that's kinda, that's cool. Thanks, internet. Or I don't even know if it's the internet to blame for my computer. But he had, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I can see the 6 on the screen: Cryogonal, Gothita, Tapu Koko, Arcanine, Cofagrigus, Latios, Ferrothorn, Swampert, Hawlucha, and a couple other mons, but I guess they're really irrelevant considering, you know, we can see what's on the screen right now. So I'll quickly go over our team. We have a Expert Belt, 4 attacks, 0 Aura with Thunderbolt, Knockoff, Grass Knot, Low Kick. Low Kick for his Snorlax that he had in the back. I remember that. He did have a Snorlax. Thunderbolt for Stab, Knockoff, just knock off any items. And Grass Knot for that Swampert. We have a Aromatisse with the Pixie Plate. Physically defensive with Moonblast, which protected Nasty Plot. I thought Nasty Plot would be kind of cool to maybe sit up on the Snorlax, because I think if we can set up enough Nasty Plots, we could maybe defeat or beat the Snorlax, depending on how lucky he gets with like curse turns, maybe. Or I mean not curse, rest turns if he brings rest. We have a Spadef Gastrodon with a Rindo Berry, Earth Power, Ice Beam, Toxic Recover. Just meant to kind of hopefully like kind of soft check that Tapu Koko. We have a Spadef Aggron, Mega Aggron with a Heavy Slam, Fire Punch, Stealth Rock, Roar to phase out, set up Latios. Stealth Rock, just have him up for things like the Koko while switching out, the Cryogonal, Arcanine, just a few of his mons. Heavy Slam just for main stab, and Fire Punch for the Ferrothorn. We have his Choice Scarf Infernape, just to outspeed that Tapu Koko. Flare Blitz, Close Combat, Shadow Claw, U-Turn. Flare Blitz and Close Combat, obviously for our main stabs. U-Turn for initiative. And I run Shadow Claw because I didn't look at it when calcing beforehand, or calcing when prepping, that Shadow Claw actually, I just brought it for the Cofagrigus, but actually Flare Blitz did more than Shadow Claw. I found that out during the battle. I didn't check when prepping, so that was a mistake on my part. I probably would have slapped on EQ, and that would have been very nice for this match, as you will come out to see. And we have a Fizz Def Dust Noir meant to deal with the Hawlucha if he brought it. He didn't. With the Earthquake, Thunder Punch, Shadow Claw, Pain Split obviously to get health back, Earthquake to hit the Tapu Koko, or the Arcanine, just a number of things on his team. Thunder Punch to hit that Zero Aura, or not Zero Aura, the Hawlucha, and the Shadow Snake for priority, and the Earthquake, or we're actually bringing the Electrium Z on here for the Z Thunder Punch, because Z Thunder Punch after rocks might be able to KO, or should be able to KO the Hawlucha in electric terrain, which you would have up, obviously. So that's the 6 we're bringing. He brought the Cryogonal, the Gothita, or Gothorita, the Tapu Koko, the Arcanine, the Cofagrigus, and the Latios. So looking at the matchup, Dust Noir is pretty useless this game. It's mainly literally just there for the Hawlucha, so Dust Noir is pretty expendable. Infernape is looking pretty difficult, or I mean, just the scarf bring wasn't too good. Obviously, outspeeds Koko, but like locking myself into a move when he has, you know, I can't really lock myself in a close combat with Latios and Kofagrigus. Can't really lock myself in the flare blitz with that Arcanine. Shadow Claw is pretty much useless, so Infernape wasn't too good this matchup. Arcanine, or I mean, Aggron has a pretty decent matchup. Gastrodon, I gotta watch out for it getting potentially trapped, because if it gets trapped, then our Tapu Koko switching is X. Aromatisse is kind of expendable. I mean, it was mainly there to hopefully kind of get past that normal X. And the Zeraora just looks really nice this matchup. Zeraora is always pretty nice. So yeah, here I just decide to lead off with Infernape. So yeah, I lead off with Infernape because he is Scarf, so I can just U-turn on anything that he decides to lead with. So yeah, that's what we decided to do. We're gonna lead off with Caesar here, our Infernape, and he is just gonna lead with his Cryogonal. So here I'm just gonna click the Flare Blitz in case he tried to like over predict the U-turn or something, because I don't know, I just kind of thought, you know, just clicking it wouldn't be bad. As he actually just goes to his Arcanine, and as we're gonna see, he's Intimidate. Luckily, he isn't Flash Fire. Flash Fire may have been a problem. It feels like some offensive set. So we're gonna click the Flare Blitz here, and obviously that's gonna do almost nothing. And he's gonna get his leftovers, so we can definitely see that this is a very, very defensive Arcanine. So here, I decided to swap because obviously I'm not gonna stay in, and I'm gonna go into my Gastrodon because I am not really scared of HP Grass or Solar Beam shenanigans, seeing that he's defensive. As he ends up clicking Willow, which is nice for me because now my Gastrodon can no longer be toxic. Yeah, here I knew that there was a chance that he would go into Gothorita and trap and then like maybe start like setting up or something. But I thought like worst case, like I could just Toxic it and I'd still be able to beat it with my Gastrodon 1v1. So I stayed in and not predicting the swap, like the swap was pretty obvious. I just clicked Toxic here, and even Toxic in the Arcanine in general would be nice. But I clicked Toxic as he does go into the Gothorita, which was a little unfortunate because depending on this Gothorita set, if it get past my Gastrodon, that would be very bad because I do not want to lose this thing. He did end up being Shadow Tag. You know, it doesn't ever hurt to like try and swap out just in case they like misgen or something. But he was Shadow Tag, so I did have to just stay in. And he is actually just gonna click the Calm Mind. I'm just gonna Earth Power to kind of scout what he wanted to do. And here I'm like, okay, maybe I guess he's gonna pull out like an HP Grass, a Grass Knot. I'm not really sure what he's gonna do here. And he actually just ends up clicking Calm Mind again, which kind of tells me that he's not afraid to stay in and keep setting up on this Gastrodon, even though he's toxic. Which definitely told me that he probably has Rest, and therefore he either has Sleep Talk and one attacking move, or he has two attacking moves and no Sleep Talk. So I just continue Earth Powering here over and over, just to get damage off, as he here does reveal to have the Rest. So that's pretty tough, because that pretty much means that he's going to be my Gastrodon 1v1 unless I get like a crit in a very fortunate like time. It's just going to be, I'm pretty much just lost my Gastrodon at this point. And I'm getting even more worried because if he just plays the long game, he can just set up the +6. And then at that point, I would just try to have to get as much chip as possible, so that maybe I can revenge something in the back. I might have to sack my Zeraora to knock off, so that I can go into Infernape and Flare Blitz the following turn. And I'd rather not lose my my Zeraora, so it's not looking too good for me right now. He does not reveal the Sleep Talk, so I do think that he is just 2 attacks. I don't think this thing got Sword Powered, so it was looking like either Psychic or Psyshock, and then like I don't think I have a Dark type. So I'm not really sure what his last move was. Probably something to hit Mega Aggron like HP Fire. So here I'm just gonna keep attacking over and over and over again. And also, speaking of Mega Aggron, I thought worst case, Mega Aggron looks like it can live a hit from this thing. So I could always just Roar, and then I wouldn't have to worry about sacking Zeraora and or Infernape. So here he actually does reveal to have the Psyshock, and he only sets up to like +3/+4, and he does kill my Gastrodon. So here I don't go into Aggron because it's looking like to me I can just kill the knockoff here. And if I don't have to go into Mega Aggron yet, I will not. I don't want it to take the +3 or +4 HP fire and take some chip. But he actually lives on like a sliver of health. I don't know what what the roll was, but that was really unfortunate because now my Zero Aura has to take the Psy Shock, and although I do live, that's a lot of damage I was hoping not to take, and now I can't really go into Zero Aura on Koko. It'd be a lot more riskier since we died to pretty much any non-electric type hit, so that's unfortunate. Now we do end up killing the Gothito with the second knockoff, and he does go into said Tapu Koko. And I swap and go into my Mega Aggron since I go for the as he clicks Dazzling Gleam. I didn't think he would risk clicking Thunderbolt there in case I like tried to Volt Switch or and he like outspat or something. I'm not really sure. I actually meant to mention this before the battle. Tapu Koko has no item. I think he meant to be Z and just didn't put it on, but this Tapu Koko has no item, so I knew I could have outsped. If I had the Volt Switch, I would have just Volt Switched out, but unfortunately I did not. So here I'm just gonna stay in, and I didn't think he would stay in because I'm pretty sure EQ would have killed. I don't think Heavy Slam did. I think Heavy Slam only did like 70%, but nonetheless, that's still damage I didn't think he'd want to take since Zero Aura kills after, you know, Heavy Slam. So I thought he would have just swapped out, so I decided to click the rocks as he does just stay in T-Bolt. However, this turn he decided to turn out. I'm not really too sure why. But here I guess he predicted the EQ, and I don't have EQ, and so I just clicked the Heavy Slam since it was my next strongest move, and I ended up picking the kill up on the Latios here by getting the crit, which is definitely unfortunate because even I wouldn't have killed there. I probably would have brought it down to like 30% after rocks, but he could always have brought it in like something else and like recovered or something. I'm sure. Maybe. I don't know. Inferni probably killed with the flare blitz at that range, or always killed with knockoff. I don't know. Maybe. I'm not really too sure, but nonetheless, just the crit was unfortunate. Here you can go into Arcanine, as I just go into my Aromatisse, clicks the flamethrower, and I just set up a wish here this turn just to kind of scout what he does. If anything, I don't think he's hearing toxic on this, so if he wants to stay in, this might be my chance to start setting up nasty plots, as he actually just ends up swapping out into his Kofagrigus, and I know that I can take any hit with my Mega Aggron. So here I decided to go into it, and get the wish into it, because I didn't think this Kofagrigus would be able to kill me with anything. So this is pretty much my only scenario where I can get a guaranteed wish off into my Mega Aggron. So I do go into it here, as he just decides to click the T-Spikes, which is unfortunate, because as you'll see later, my Aromatisse being poisoned ends up being a problem, and I don't have any hazard removal on this team. So here we're going to catch the wish with our Mega Aggron, and here I roared this upcoming turn. It's kind of taking a bit because of leftovers and wishes and all that, but here I roared because I didn't think he'd stay in. I thought Arcanine was a fairly free switching, as he just ends up clicking the Willow, and he actually just ends up getting roared out into his Tapu Koko, which sucks because I cannot two-shot with Heavy Slam while burned. In fact, he can just outspeed two-shot me with T-Bolt, and I can't kill at all. So not all I can do, and I can't even, if I wasn't burned, Heavy Slam plus Zero Aura's T-Bolt might have been able to pick up the KO, and that would have been the play I would have made. But unfortunately, because I'm burned, I can't make that play. I'm just gonna have to Heavy Slam. He'll still be at 60%, and that is not Zero Aura killing damage or killing range. So here I'm just gonna sack my Mega Aggron. I don't think I'll ever get the opportunity again to wish it up, so I decided to let it go down. I get the top of Koko, and here I go Dusknoir because I couldn't go Inferno since that just baited in the Arcanine, and like I said, Zero Aura did not kill. So I mean, if I had EQ on my Inferno over Shadow Claw, that would have been the time to go into it and click EQ, especially because he had rocks up on that side, so Arcanine wasn't appreciating it. So that sucked. They had to go Dusknoir, but nonetheless, Dusknoir wasn't really too necessary anyways. Here he just T-bolts as I fire off the Electrium Z, predicting the swamp, I think. But thinking back on it, it really makes no sense that I did that, because EQ did more to Koko and Arcanine, and Z did barely less to Cryogonal or Kofagrigus. But if I'm really trying to think back as to what was happening in the game. I think it was just I kind of lost hope in the battle. I think I just didn't think I had much of a chance at winning anymore, and so I just wanted to kind of show it off. Here I just go for the Shadow Sneak just to get off damage, and he is going to actually just live and kill with his second Thunderbolt. That sucks. So it's really not looking too good for me at this point. I'm gonna go into my Infernape, I believe, and just fire off the U-turn, since I know it's able to kill this thing, and if he swaps, maybe I can somehow pull something out of my sleeves. But I'm just gonna U-turn, I'm gonna kill this Tapu Koko, and at this point I'm just gonna go into my Aromatisse, because I felt like it's a defensive option. Nothing really like goes one-on-one with it too well, in my opinion. Just looking at his team from what I could think of, he ends up going into Cryogonal here. So yeah, I'm just gonna go into my he's gonna go into his Cryogonal here, and I'm gonna set up the Wish because I thought there was a possibility that he would just Flash Skin in here, but he actually does just go for the spin. I honestly think in the battle I forgot he had Rocks up, or I had Rocks up, so I didn't think that spin was the play. But obviously, I mean, he has Arcanine in the back to wall that Infernape. Getting rid of the rocks was the correct play, so that makes sense to me. I didn't think about it, so I could have ended up setting up a pretty free nasty plot either this turn or next turn. Here I click Protect because it looks like an offensive Flash Cannon might have been able to kill, but he just ends up going into his Cofagrigus. And like I said, him setting up Toxic Spikes and poisoning my Aromatisse is very important, because had he had just had Shadow Ball, I might have been able to just nasty plot wish myself into a possible winning position, possibly bringing it back. I mean, I could always wish up on the Arcanine pretty freely, and then Cryogonal as well. But because I am poisoned, the Hex is just going to do way too much for me to do. I ended up setting up the Wish. I'm going to protect this turn because at the very least I get a Moonblast off on this for some kind of damage. Had I bring Calm Mind, maybe I would have been able to bring this back. But just with the Hex damage, it's just doing way too much. So yeah, I'm going to let Aromatisse go down here as he just ends up clicking Hex. So I'm just going to click Moonblast. Also, I thought I sped crap this Cofagrigus, but apparently I didn't. So that's unfortunate. So yeah, he's just gonna kill me here with a second Hex, and yeah, that's just unfortunate. I don't know if I would have been able to bring it back with Calm Mind. I think Hex. I would have had to have Calm Minded a couple times on the Cofagrigus, or not the Cofagrigus, the Cryogonal before he sent out the Cofagrigus, and maybe I would have been able to wish up from there. But it just wasn't looking too good. His 6 dealt really well with my 6. I actually realized, fun fact, that after I prepped in the server that I did, and I had posted the paste, I believe, that he was in the server already, and I mean, he could have seen the thing. I don't think he would have done that. I think he's probably a better guy than that, but there's a chance, I guess, technically, that he could have seen my team. Once again, I doubt that he did, but just his 6 just messed up so well against my 6 that I brought. But once again, like I said during my team building, there's some things I definitely should have brought just overall that would have matched up a far better just against his team, like EQ and Fernape. So yeah, here I'm just going to keep clicking Flare Blitz pretty much over and over again. I mean, at this point the game's over, and Fernape cannot get past the Cofagrigus and the Arcanine, because I am Scarf pretty much, and I'm not bringing EQ, and because I'm Toxic, I'm taking Recoil just every turn. I'm just slowly getting whittled down. He's just going to Morning Sun and Flamethrower, and eventually my Fernape is going to go down, and I'm going to go into Zero Aura and T-Bolt, and he's going to eat it up and just kill the Flamethrower because I'm so weak from the Side Shock earlier in the game. So yeah, obviously I'm ahead of the turns, but I'm just saying that right now because this last part is a kind of stally. But nonetheless, GG to JB. We moved down to 1-1. I think -2 technically, because I think we only won 1-0 and we lost 3-0 here. So GG to JB Westside. I know this is a little bit behind. I've just been kind of busy with finals and just IRL stuff. But week 3 should be up, I think, a day late because I have to catch up on uploads for APA Academy and APA LC. But it should be up on Sunday. This should be going up on Thursday. And then yeah, that'll be everything. So yeah. I think that's about it. Next week we end up playing Dreadful Dragonite, I believe, and his Los Angeles Ampharos, I think. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more league content. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and this has been Shady, and I'm out. Peace.